What's up, my crypto legends? In this episode, I have bad news and I have good news for you. Bad news is that I have the creature that is all around the world. It is inside me right now, but this is not going to stop me from doing videos and trading. The good news is that BTC, Bitcoin, is dropping from these levels. And I'm going to explain why. We're going to go through. It's because of VPVR, because of volume, because of the trend. And yes, I did enter a trade at $38,400 range. I will explain you why I shorted from here, where have I got my stop loss, where are my targets, and explain every single thing, guys. Very important. We're also taking a look at the S&P 500, finally getting that kind of correction from those levels that we mentioned yesterday. I'm also going to take a look at some levels here of the S&P 500 with you, so make sure to stay tuned. Hello there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. New to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Daily TA on Bitcoin crypto. Also do live streams to connect with the community, not financial advisor. Don't buy or sell anything that I say. If you do so, do your own research. Let's dive in here straight into the content, guys, because we're absolutely crushing it with the probabilities here. On yesterday's video, we were talking about, it's extremely risky to long any kind of breakout here because the trend is to the downside. It is very, very risky, guys. Only if we did have a breakout with very, very big volume, then you could be a little bit confident on the retracement to potentially long, okay? Now, longing here on a breakout was absolutely suicidal. And of course, we came to the downside. Now, I'm in a short position. I'll explain later on Bybit. I'm going to show you why I entered the short position. I'm going to show you now, actually. And basically, the reason why I entered this short, straight after the video, I was analyzing the price action, and there was a kind of, and I'm going to get a lot of criticism on this in the comment section, a kind of a diamond top pattern on the 1 hourly. It's not the most beautiful, but very important on a diamond top or bottom pattern. You need to see volume, okay, round about the middle of the actual diamond, okay, and the highest volume is from this spike also to this range. All right, so the highest volume is in the middle, and you can see slightly higher highs right there, slightly lower highs right there, lower lows right over here, higher lows. So it is a kind of a diamond reversal pattern, right? A lot of uncertainty, a lot of wicks, and yeah, it actually played out. I entered a short right at these levels. It was a 38.4. I will show you my trade in just 1 second. And all of this is enough for me to enter a short, okay? Like I mentioned, I did not mention this diamond pattern, okay, on the video. A lot of people are going to say this is not a diamond pattern. It doesn't matter. It actually played out very, very nicely. So, if you have a lot of confluence, what did I have here? Why were the reasons that I shorted? One reason, we have the very end of the VPVR right there. This is a huge wall that needs to break with high volume. That's reason number one. Reason number two, let's go to the 4 hourly, zoom out a little bit. Okay, let me just get out of this out of the way. Reason number two, volume right over here, extremely low. If you have that retracement, coming from a downtrend with very high volume, if the bulls are fighting with this kind of volume, then yeah, this means that the bears will actually win the fight when you're going sideways and continue to the downside. This is exactly what is happening right now. So that was reason number two. And reason number three was this kind of, crappy diamond reversal pattern. You just add up, and then I said, right, I'm just going to enter a short. It's enough for me. It is very, very likely that we should be retesting these potential low areas. I was talking about this major support level, very likely to be lost. If we did drop down, we are losing that range right now. So it is very, very likely, okay, and I'm going to show you what levels I am looking for. I am looking for that 35.6, 35.7 approximately. These lows over here, I think right now, after losing this low, it is very, very likely to be retested. Now, what I'm not sure is that we are going to get a bounce from this range and create a higher low over here and reverse, or are we going to retest these lows? Well, just in case, I have my stop loss at break even, and this is a good take profit area because there's a lot of a consolidation right there. We did get a very strong support level right there also, as you can see, after having this bumpy action, you know, coming all the way down here. So it is a good level to take profits in my personal opinion. Now, let me just go here through the trade. All right, zoom in quickly here on this trade, and my stop loss is at break even right now, but it's very, very likely I'm going to start taking profits as soon as we, you know, drop below the $36,000. Like I mentioned, go into retest that that higher low, okay, which is this one right over here. Once we start breaking here below $36,000, it is a good idea to start taking some profits, and we could come to much lower levels, but of course you need to take profits, okay, because as soon as you know it, the price will reverse. Now, the reason why I entered here, I showed you the 3 reasons: diamond reversal pattern, and my stop loss was right over here just behind this wick. And what I want to show you right now is that, you know, the stop loss was like, you know, it was, I'm risking 1 to gain 3 or 4 basically. Now my profit is 3 times bigger than my actual stop loss, and this is absolutely key. Risk management is absolutely key. I wouldn't have mind to get stopped out, okay? Now this trade is currently at about $640 in a profit. Now if my stop loss was about $200, $250, you know, I am gaining 3 times my stop loss. So this is why risk management is key, guys, and I want to understand you. I've been explaining this also in some other recent videos on the S&P 500 when we did. Let's jump into the S&P 500. Okay, right over here. Remember the long position that I did close just a couple of days back, 2 days ago I think it was. And basically, if you are, I longed round about this area, okay, and stop loss was behind this major wick. I know I already explained why I entered this trade. It was because of this massive big volume. I was looking at fib levels to take some profits, okay. This was explained on a couple of days back, okay, on the videos from this long position, guys. I really like to explain why I entered, why I'm exiting this trade. You know, I exited at this major range because it's super strong resistance and support. We do have a spike also on the VPVR at those levels. And yeah, it is basically 50% Fibonacci from the high to the low. Sorry, no, it was actually 61. Yeah, between 50% and 61, you know, this is already going to be an area. So you add up different things. So that area is already good to take profits. But the whole point here, you know, if you want to be a successful trader, risk management is absolutely key, because I don't mind getting stopped out, you know, because I just need one good trade that might give me 3-4 stop loss opportunities, all right? And this is why waiting for the price to consolidate, waiting for those wicks to see if the bears or the bulls are getting exhausted is absolutely key. Get in at the right moment, guys, because you can see here, like I showed you, that it's getting exhausted. The bulls are getting exhausted. It is time to pull the trigger and get into a position, guys. So basically here on the S&P 500, it was absolutely great. You know, the risk management here for the trade was incredible. You know, I am risking this over here to gain, you know, how many is it? It's about 3 or 3.5, okay. The amount of profit, you know, compared to your stop loss it's just incredible. And this is absolutely key, guys. Just a quick explanation. Now, what do I think is going to happen on the S&P 500? Now, I think, you know, more correction is very, very likely. Like I showed here, we did have a kind of an uptrend, all right, mentioned quite a few weeks ago, actually. We finally broke this higher low support level, and it's actually getting retested as resistance. Now, like I showed you, I think the S&P 500 is very, very likely to come down to the 4,450 points in the next coming days. I think it's very, very likely after this insane run up that we have. Now, there's going to be quite big support at this level. We had nice consolidation here, nice resistance right over there, and you can clearly see it has been resistance also here in the past. If we do actually extend this box, you can see also that you have had a resistance point right over there as you can see. So definitely going to be a major level here as support. We might be getting a beautiful bounce to the upside, but my take here is that it's very, very likely to correct down to these levels. I explained why yesterday, because of the massive spike in volume here. While volume is going down, while we're going up, when you are hitting those fib levels and major resistance zones, you know, it's very, very likely you're going to get that type of correction. And best example here that I could give you was this one over here, where you do have the drop with high volume, you have the retracement, you know, and the volume is disappearing. And then, of course, you do have that correction. So perfect example here with volume and price action. This is why yesterday, just when we were reaching the resistance, I was waiting for this correction that is currently happening on the S&P 500. No trades on the S&P, just trading Bitcoin for the moment. And this is going to be it for today's episode, guys. Make sure to smash up that like button. Check out the Bitcoinsensus website, where you have the latest technical analysis ideas and also the latest news. Thank you very much, guys, and I will see you in the next one.